Principiantes B, página 131. Taking action for change. Before 1964, many people in the United States had laws that segregated or separated black and white Americans. These laws forced black Americans to use separate schools, restrooms, restaurants, and other public facilities. Usually, the facilities for black people were not as good as the facilities for white people. In some cities, black people had to sit in the back of public buses. When the white section in the front of the bus was full, black people had to give their seats to white people. In 1955, Rosa Parks challenged the unfair bus law in Montgomery, Alabama, when a bus driver asked Rosa Parks to give her seat to a white person. She refused. The police arrested Rosa Parks and took her to jail. In her autobiography, Rosa Parks describes this event. One evening, in early December 1955, I was sitting in the front seat of the colored section of a bus in Montgomery, Alabama. The white people were sitting in the white section. More white people got on, and they filled up all the seats in the white section. When that happened, we black people were supposed to give up our seats to the whites, but I didn't move. The white driver said, "Let me have those front seats." I didn't get up. I was tired of giving in to white people. "I'm going to have you arrested," the driver said. "You may do that," I answered. Two white policemen came. I asked one of them, "Why do you all push us around?" He answered, "I don't know, but the law is the law, and you're under arrest." In response to Rosa Parks' arrest, and the black citizens of Montgomery, Alabama, decided to boycott the buses. For 381 days, they refused to ride the buses. Instead, they organized carpools or walked to work. Boycotting the buses, they hoped to force the city to change its unfair segregation laws. But the city refused to listen, even though the bus company was losing a lot of money. 13 months after the boycott began, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that segregation in public transportation was unconstitutional. Black people could no longer be forced to sit in the back of buses or give their seats to white people. The day after the segregation laws were changed, Rosa Parks got on a bus and took a seat in the front. It had taken more than a year, but the black people of Montgomery had won a great victory. Many people were inspired by Rosa Parks' courageous action. They decided to challenge the unfair segregation laws in restaurants, schools, and other public places. In case after case, the Supreme Court ruled that segregation was illegal. Then, in 1964, Congress passed a law that forbade segregation in most public facilities. Passage of this law was an important step in protecting the rights of all U.S. citizens. Esta lectura fue traída a usted por accesoriosacademicas.com.mx.